Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there you are. Yeah. You're live.
oh, there we go, ladies. You might have to close the app and reopen it if you can't see us yet, because that happens sometimes. Yeah, there we go. We're
There we
live,
go.
ladies.
Okay, let me see us.
Perfect. Audio's been confirmed working, so we're all ready to rock and roll. So, if you guys are new to my channel today, we're featuring my two good friends here. I'm working, so we're all ready to. Oh, I'm hearing some feedback. Oh, was that you, Michelle? Yeah.
That might be me. Let me show it
Okay.
off.
Yeah. Everybody, turn your volume down. Okay. So, anyhow, I've been doing the Phix now since the end of February, and it's been going pretty good. And so we thought today, why not have a Q&A for a lot of you guys who have a lot of different questions. And yeah, so we're going to start by introducing ourselves. So first I'm going to introduce my guests. So Sandra, I met through Michelle through MPG, and it's been fantastic. And Michelle I've known for, my gosh, 30 years now. So we've known each other a long, long time. But, you know, I'll be telling my story later about how we rekindled that. So first, we're going to get started with Sandra. And Sandra, introduce yourself to everyone and tell us about your journey and your story.
All right. Thanks, Jamie. This is super fun being here on your channel. Yay. So I'm Sandra Von Holland, and I live in Rimbey, Alberta, small town, on my 20-acre woods, I call it. And I started the Phix journey back in August. And one of our friends said, you got to take a look. I told her no 5 times because I thought it was kind of hokey, not going to lie. And here we are 9 months later. And I am so happy she was patient with me. And I took the leap. So with the little Phix, I lost 14 inches overall. And we'll just be full transparency. Lost a lot of back fat, so I had to get new bras. That was a super good thing for me. And love the no more night sweats. I love the brain clarity I'm getting. And like I said, this is just my personal testimony. So what else am I seeing with the Phix? That's my biggest things with the Phix, is some inches down and better sleeping like a teenager, like Michelle always says. And no more night sweats. That's a big win. And just know that it's fixing on the inside. And do we want to talk about the new already, or will?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So in our toolbox, I've been needing something extra because I've been on this plateau and nothing moving. No more inches lost. Scale not moving. So it's like, oh, come on, the next thing. So we were super excited when we were in Vegas. We got to be on the test team for the newest product. And I've only done it 2 days. Today's my 3rd day, so it doesn't really count yet. It's not in me. And ready? 1 inch off my belly, 1 inch off my hips in 2 days.
Fantastic.
Hallelujah, menopausal belly is shrinking. So I can't wait for our 14 days because we got the little trial pack. So cute and little. So 14 days in there. So I'm excited to see what that brings.
Absolutely. So, and the name of it is Fit. PHIT. Right. So we've got Phix and Fit. So
fixing to fit into our jeans.
Yeah. That's the funny thing. Michelle would always joke around and say, oh, Jamie, all I did was live in my spandex, and now I wear jeans, and I can fit in jeans now.
So, I know, I'm so excited for you to hear Michelle's story. It's so remarkable.
Here you go, Michelle. Floor is yours.
Well, thank you, ladies. My name is Michelle. I, like Jamie said, known Jamie for about 30 years. We used to live close to each other, but I now live in Quebec near Mont-Tremblant. Sandra introduced me to Phix, and I said absolutely not. I've tried everything under the sun. Nothing's worked. My hubby and I have been eating super healthy because neither one of us could shift any of our weight. No sugar, no carbs. I'd be lucky to lose 7 pounds and then go on a holiday and gain those 7 pounds back and a whole bunch more. So yeah, it was just like a yo-yo, up and down all the time. And anyway, Sandra said, try this. You can go in any drink, even alcoholic beverages. And I was like, absolutely not. I don't think that's going to work. And I slept on it for a day and thought, I can't let her do it without me. So I signed up, and I was one of the lucky ones. After 3 days, I was determined that this wasn't going to work. And so I measured myself, and I was down an inch around my waist in 3 days, and it just kept coming off. And I really believe that it's not just the visceral fat that it was burning for me, but also regulating my hormones. It relaxes that vagus nerve and it put my body back into homeostasis. And I'm now back into clothes, same size that I was before menopause. Sandra said, I always say I sleep like a teenager, crazy dreams, vivid dreams, and zen, like things that used to get me freaking out before. I'm just kind of like, now it's okay. It's all good.
The patience.
So yeah, and I'm gonna let Jamie tell you the story about how we got back in touch. And when I visited her and showed her a before picture of myself, she was like, I need to try this. So go for it, Jamie.
Yeah, there wasn't that much convincing with that, other than, because it was the promo package, money is very, very tight. My credit card was like close to the max. You guys all know my cat had the diabetes. And now, actually, Michelle makes fun of me all the time because it's the diabetes and the Phix, parce que je suis française. But anyway, it was pretty crazy. She came over after I knocked on her door because, well, I hadn't talked to her in, gosh, it must have been like 25 years or something. And I kept seeing her on Instagram over and over and over again. And I'm like, okay, she's doing something here that I feel like I need to be in on this. I don't know what it is. And I kept seeing it and I kept putting it off. And then the one day I'm like, I'm just sending it to her. She's like, Jamie, is that really you? I'm like, here's my YouTube link. You can watch my video. It's really me. She's like, oh my gosh, it is you. So we made plans to get together because her daughter lives in town where I live. So she came to house sit, and she comes over and she tells me about her weight loss. And then she shows me a picture and I'm like, how did you do that? And she's like, oh, I'm starting to take this Phix. And I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, sounds too good to be true. Like way too good to be true. But I'm like, I've been fighting obesity for so long, trying everything. You lose it and then you gain it back. And it's just like a yo-yo nightmare. And that's just been my life. But I saved all my clothes because I knew one day I would get back into these clothing. So I decided that that's what I was going to do. And so 3 days in, IBS gone. And if nobody knows what IBS is, I'm sure some of you do, but it's irritable bowel syndrome. So to get personal, I was, having problems with the intestinal tract. You go out to the store and you're looking in a place where as soon as you get in for the washroom door to make sure that if you need to make a run for it, you know where the door is. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't look for any doors when I come in for washrooms to, know that I can make it before I have an accident. And that would be an embarrassing accident. But you know what? When you're under so much stress, like my kid had, slowly numbers were climbing towards leukemia. Then she gets leukemia. Then her sister saved her with her bone marrow. So that was like a nightmare roller coaster that kind of made my bowels go like, brrr. Well, because stress causes heart disease. It causes bowel issues. It causes a lot of harm to your body. So I feel like this is also, like Michelle said, put me in homeostasis, calm my vagus nerve, chilled me right out, man. I used to like spaz out about everything, and I'm so much calmer now. And it's like you're at peace with yourself finally. and I'm not bloated all the time. Feeling like you're 9 months pregnant every day of your life. Just feeling like, one day maybe I won't be feeling bloated. Well, I wasn't getting there on my own. And with the Phix, I tell you, the bloating is just, for me, that's like the biggest thing was my digestive issues. They're just so much better, calmer. And I know a lot of people out there are probably feeling the same way I just described. And this has really changed like my life, my family's life, because I'm not such a biatch anymore, because I'm not crusty, because I'm not constantly bloated and bitchy from that. You got to think your mood, it's probably all got to do with how your body is feeling, right? If you're like feeling crappy, you're going to be irritable, right? Like, it's just the way it is. And when your body's feeling good, you're feeling good, right? So I just really feel like this is changing lives, so many lives. Like, this company is growing so fast because I feel like people are seeing the progress in so many others, and they're like, my gosh, I need to get on this. I need to lose visceral fat, or I need to get rid of my inflammation or my chronic pain or my poor blood circulation or my headaches, or, all of those things that we complain about, but we don't do anything about because, or we're on pills. Like, you see that joke, lining up for pills and surgery, and, it's full, and then change your, change your life to wellness and better health, and nobody's in that lineup. It's like, we got to think about our priorities in life, and you don't stop seeing your doctor. Period. This is not a miracle in any way, shape, or form, okay? So I want everybody to be very clear on that. Continue taking your meds, continue seeing your doctor, follow doctor's orders, do not ignore any bodily symptoms. If you're concerned about how you're feeling, go see your doctor. Let them know what you're doing. It's not a secret, okay? And it's not a miracle, and it's not going to solve all your life problems or your body problems, because think about it. Every body is different, right? So I'm going to let you guys add some more to this and give me your piece on what you are experiencing. So go ahead,
love
Sandra.
all of that, Jamie. That's so good. And what Michelle and I have experienced, because we've been here 9 months now, we just thought we were coming for some little bit of visceral fat going. And what we've discovered after the 9 months is that it actually just keeps working. We just keep getting better and better with this little guy. And it's not a condom. People think it's a condom package, but it's really super funny. It's getting our bodies out of fight or flight, which most of us live in. And a lot of us don't even know we're in that state. So then we get into rest and digest, so which you experienced super quick with your IBS. So that's a huge win for you. And I love that so much. What do you think, Michelle, over the longevity of it so far? I mean, not even longevity, we're only 9 months, but.
Right. Definitely. At first, it was all about burning visceral fat for 9.5 hours, and everybody was about the fat loss. But what we really didn't realize is how it was going to affect our vagus nerve, and even healing your gut and your brain are linked. And if your gut's healed, then then the rest of you is healed as well. And for myself, like, even I hated being overweight. Like, I've lost pretty close to 40 pounds, and I'm down a few jean sizes, and I just feel so much better about me and myself. And I touched earlier on too about my husband. Well, he had immediate results as well, and he's down in his clothes size, and he feels so much better about himself. So yeah, it's not just the fat loss, and it's not just like burning, detoxing the toxins out of your body. It's how we feel. It's how we feel. And I just love what the vagus nerve, I'm learning more and more about it every day. So, and the new drink, I tried it and weighed myself the next day, and I was down a pound. So I haven't had mine as long as Jamie's had hers, but yeah, we should mix them up here.
Yeah, mix them up and show everybody how it looks.
I want to show the difference
super cool
in our scoops, because this is crazy, you guys, how different the scoops are. So
Well,
this is our,
if you get a scoop, that is.
yeah.
Yeah, Michelle unfortunately didn't get one.
So this is our 14-day trial pack. It is super cute. This is the scoop that comes in our coffee, which is, we didn't really talk about, but our functional beverage is amazing. So that's the scoop that comes in our coffee. Now, you ready for this? It is seriously the cutest little thing. Look how cute this is.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh,
Like,
there she goes.
tiny, tiny. There goes Michelle adding it. So this little wee scoop is making giant differences in us in just a couple of days. And look how beautiful that tornado is. Oh,
Yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
I love how it just it mixes itself pretty much.
Yeah.
And the
And the
color.
Right?
I love the
So
color.
it does stain.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It does.
love that.
You don't want the purple mustache.
No.
So drink from a water bottle. It's the safest way.
I love how it just keeps on falling, and you really honestly don't need to shake it because it just mixes itself up.
Yeah.
But all
I
day
did that.
energy too. And here,
Cool.
Jamie, when I first got mine, I was so excited to try it. I think I picked it up from my post box at like 4:00 in the afternoon. I called Jamie. I was like, "Can I take this anytime?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah." Well, thanks, Jamie, because I was up till like 2:00 in the morning. All day energy.
So it gives
take
you
it in
lots
the
of
morning,
energy.
people.
Yeah, it was still new.
On an hour ago on another
There
live I
you
was
go.
doing, showcasing it. So it does kind of stain on your plastic, but it's
There
so
it's
good.
good now.
It mixed up how the color so good and the taste so refreshing. It's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
like
so
melon.
good over the crushed ice in the summer. This will be our go-to, ladies.
But you can only have one a day.
One a day, seriously.
No more than one a day. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and ask. Oh, here we go. What does Fit? Oh, when does Fit become available?
So far, mid-June is what we're hearing.
And is it only going to be available in Canada and the US at the beginning? Because sometimes that does happen, right?
That does. We don't have confirmation, so I don't
Yeah.
want to say something that
Yeah.
may or may be correct.
What I'm trying to get at is I don't think it's going to be available everywhere right away. So,
I think we can probably bank on that.
yeah. And you'll need to be an ISR more than likely because our new products always come out to the ISRs and then out to the public. So,
Which is a great thing. I'm glad you brought that up because it's really to become an ISR, so a business partner, people need to think of it as not pressure. What it is a really economical Costco membership that most people have, right? So memberships have their perks. Let's just get real, right? Wherever you are, sign up for this, join this. Memberships have perks. Well, that's what this is. You $29.95 USD to be a member. You get
For a
first
year.
dibs on all
once a year though.
once a year. You get first dibs on all the great products, right? You get choices of how each product comes. Like when you are a business partner, you get our Phix in a bottle or in the snaps. As customers, you can only get it as the snaps. Well, I like the bottles for at home and the snaps on the go.
They've changed that, Sandra. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, they do now?
Customers can now get the bottles. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few customers purchase the bottle with
Oh,
snaps
that's
too.
good. Sorry about that,
Oh
guys.
no.
Thank you.
Hey, we change constantly, so we're evolving.
I know we're always improving. It's so good. The
Mhm.
coffee is one I think is still the same. You can only get the sample packs if you are a business partner. And in the bags, which I dump the bag into my jar just for ease at home, it is for customers. So I don't know. $30 is well worth your membership to get.
Yeah. Well, think about the Costco one, right? All the discounts you get, you almost get your membership back with like, a couple purchases, which is kind of the same deal here because you're getting the
Right.
ISR pricing.
Totally. So it's a big bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a little promo going on. We'll just kind of allude to that. I don't know if we're going to tell it all, but if you want to earn the new Fit sample, send a message and put it in the comments and we'll share with you how you get to earn that.
Yeah, for free. You just pay the shipping.
Yeah.
But
and so-
there's more involved in there. That's why you need to get a hold of us. But it's not like a big catch or anything, you know.
No gotchas.
Yeah, we don't want to share it out too much so that we might not get our chance to get some more of it, you know. But yeah, it's 14-day trial, which is super nice. I'm on day 8, and where I'm noticing it the most, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's my arms, like right here. I'm noticing, and my legs here as well. Like I'm noticing like definition in my legs. Like my legs have never been like this size before, and my waist, I've trimmed down a lot. You know, I've lost like almost 6 inches on my waist. It is kind of slowing down, but I feel the juice is going to pick things back up, kind of like same as Sandra. Sometimes you just need a little bit of a boost and just to get things going again.
Well, the juice gets the jiggly fat.
Mm-hmm. When you jump in front of the mirror and all that stuff shakes.
Yep.
The stuff
And
you don't like.
Even back at you.
Yeah. I might slap you. Oh.
I just love that our company just keeps adding more and more products to our toolbox, and it's not ever a Me Too product.
Yeah.
We are exclusive on all of these products. There's no one else like Phix. No one else will have the fit. And we haven't even touched on the other products. So that are exclusively here. So this is a golden opportunity for anyone that wants to add a little extra money in their bank account. If anyone has room in their bank account for some more money, this is great.
And you're helping people. That's what's fantastic. It's like you're helping people get healthy. I'm like, what better job could you ever have in your life? Helping people get healthy. Watching them lose weight, having them message you. Like one lady, she's like, oh my gosh, Jamie, my diverticulitis has totally calmed down. I've been on this for 2 months. I thank you and appreciate you so much for introducing me to this. So I feel like it's just changing lives. Like that just made my day when I got that message. I'm like, wow, even if I just touch one person here and there and help them, that just makes me feel good. The money is just extra. I mean, it's
just the gravy, right? That we,
it
we
is.
all need gravy, but
I have a friend. I have a friend that has fibromyalgia, and she just has her life back. She can walk. She can close her hands. She was unable to close her hands before all the way, and it's just like, you know, she keeps on saying thank you for introducing me to this because I can now do things that I couldn't do. And that's what fills my heart, really. Like it's just the other people that, you know, we didn't think of this when we first started Phix. It was all about let's burn visceral fat. And now it's all the other things. Somebody else we know has rheumatoid arthritis and she couldn't open her hands. And now she's opening her hands, you know, like she said, I couldn't even hold my grandchildren because I couldn't open my hands all the way to hold on to them. And now she can hold on to them and she can get down onto the floor and get herself right back up again, where before she had a fear of the floor because she couldn't get off it.
Yeah. That's such a great story. I just love that.
Yeah, I love that story.
Okay, so we do have one person here interested in the opportunity for the trial, which is Sheila Shiapino. My apologies. I'm not the best at pronouncing it. But definitely, you know, send me an email or, you know, you can contact really any of us here. We have our full names here. So just pick who's, you know, the most interesting one for you. Look us up on Facebook. Send us a message. And, you know, we're all here to help. We're all here to help. Like I said, we're here to help people. That's the biggest thing here. And we've got Max Angel. How much a month would you say you pay for these products? Would love to do it, but worried I cannot afford it. Okay, who wants to catch that one? Michelle? Sandra?
Well, the Phix, if you are an ISR, is $79 a month.
Which divide that into 30 days, unless you're doing it twice a day, and that will give you, you know, what it would cost.
Under $5 a day, really, and depending on which products you're going to choose. You know, so that's why conversation is great, so that we can help you set up with which tool to add to your toolbox of wellness, right? So because we have more than the Phix and the Fit, and the Fit isn't quite available yet anyways, but we just want to set people up to be ready for that availability.
Absolutely. I have a feeling it's going to be a big seller. But the Phix too, when you're signing up, it's $29.99 to be an ISR once a year. And then it's $199 USD for the 3 Phix bottles and 12 snaps, which is equivalent to 87 servings. Divide that by 2, do the math. And so really, once you buy that and you go through it, then you've got the opportunity as an ISR to make your future purchases, but the promo is only a one-time. I know a lot of people ask me, "Hi, where do I find it again?" You can't. But they have the 2 bottles and snap deal, and then they have a 1 bottle snap deal, and then they have a bunch of different deals for ISRs. So I'm not going to go through all the different pricing because it is kind of different in some countries as well. Not everybody, but I don't know if it's just the sign up, because I believe the UK you're paying $9.95 to sign up, and
No, it's still the 29.
Is
It's
it?
Australia and New Zealand are the 9.99.
Okay. And
Yeah.
that's just because that's the way the government has told them to do it.
Yeah.
So we have no idea why. But don't be surprised when you're paying. But you have to sign up as an ISR to even buy any products from there. So that's probably why it's the $9.95, I'm just assuming.
And you get to join our community, which is another big perk of this. The community here is like none other, right? And we're growing so quickly, and you get so much more than just the products when you come here.
Yeah, you get to hang out with us.
Yeah, you make a lot of friends. Like my group of friends is just like, whoa, exploded. I know like so many people. Yeah. It's like a little unbelievable. And I feel like, when we were in Vegas, it felt like we were at a family reunion, even though we didn't meet half these people. But you've seen them, on your Facebook, you've seen them, these faces that you didn't quite connect to. And now it's like we're slowly getting to really know one another. And when you go into those meetings and then you see the people talking and you get to know them, and you kind of feel like you're becoming part of a family. And to me, that's what it felt like. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, 100%. It's a big part of it. And the personal development that you get, you just really become the very best you. And everybody wants everybody to win. And we have finally found our home where everybody gets to win.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been great. And we have another question here. Do you find if you're on Phix for over a month, the effects are not the same?
The effects just keep growing.
I keep improving. I keep feeling better and better and better every day. Like I was telling you guys, I noticed my plantar fasciitis. If nobody knows what that is, it's like the fascia is like the ligament underneath your foot where it connects like your heel in the front. And mine used to be so tight that I could barely walk. Now I have like 0 pain there. I'm like, where did it go? Like it's completely gone. I'm like, I have no idea where it went, but I'm glad it's gone. But yeah, I feel so much better. So I just feel like you keep improving. And somebody here is saying they're 74 years old and want to know if it's safe to use. Absolutely.
Love it.
I mean, why not?
We actually have a lot of people in that age group, and it's so exciting for them. One of our doctors on our team, actually, he's so delightful. He will tell you he's going to be 82 in July, and him and his wife are just absolutely amazing. He says he is on it for the rest of his life because he wants to go out being healthy. He just wants to run out of time, not be ill, right? So that age group is huge, winning huge with Phix.
It's safe for any age. It's safe for babies even, and even for our furry friends. They have a vagus nerve as well.
Your dog, your cat.
Yep, and horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the girls on our team, her horse was laying down looking so sick and not well. And she put Phix in his water. And then the next day, he wasn't there when she went. He was running around in the backyard, or run around the barnyard, whatever. I don't own a farm, so he's in the backyard. Yeah, but anyway, I was just it almost like put me in tears because I was like, wow, like we can give life back to everyone.
I know. And everything, nature's nectar. Really, nature's
Absolutely.
nectar.
And good morning, Pamela. Pamela just said hi. But for me, I think the most memorable stories that I have heard of testimonials, and I can't remember where it was, but it was the dementia stories, where these two men had lost their wives to dementia, and they started to fix, and then all of a sudden, they're like, wow, I have my wife back, and they're in tears, you know, crying because they have their wives back. And for me, I'm just like, wow, like, if this can help dementia and Alzheimer's, like, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to cure everything. It's not a miracle. It's not a cure, but what if it can help you? What if it can, you know, bring your spouse back, you know? And, you know, what's the risk? What's it going to hurt? It's all natural. It's from a plant, matured hop plant. And hops has been out for thousands of years, right? Everybody's been using hops for all sorts of different things, but never has it been extracted in the way that they're doing it now. And they discovered how to extract it back in 1953, but it is $1 million to extract a gallon, so it was just ridiculous. No one could afford to do that process. So engineers, doctors, and scientists got together and created this machine that can extract the hops, matured hops, and sell it to us at a reasonable price where we can all afford it and spread the word. Like I was joking, I'm like, we should put it in the drinking water because it'll calm everyone's vagus nerve down, and then there won't be any crime shows anymore. I mean, what would I watch?
You know what I love? I love that when they're done with the extracting the hops from the mature hops from the actual plant, that instead of throwing that plant away, they're using it for a fertilizer around the bilberry tree.
No way.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
so yeah, that's
And the bilberry in here, right? So
yep. So there's the bilberry, and they actually have like a farm. I think it's in California, where they are harvesting the bilberries, and they have a family that just. That's what they're doing. They're taking care of those trees. Crazy. And our hops is harvested in New Zealand because they have the best earth there.
Yeah, the purest lands.
The best soil.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Somebody's asking here if there has been any allergic reactions. I haven't heard of any. What about you guys?
I have not heard of any.
No, eh?
No.
And there's also, if you guys are wondering if it would interact with any of your meds, there's WebMD that you can use.
Yeah.
And you can put in matured hops as well as whatever you're taking, and you can see if it would counteract any of your meds. But I believe I was in a meeting where they did, I believe it was a study of over 6,000 different medications, and none of them had an interaction. So to me... or was it 6,000 hours of research? It was something along those lines. Don't quote me, but there was a lot of research done on this. So
I met with my surgeons last week for my upcoming surgery and asked them about this because I thought I might have to stop it before surgery. Nope, no worries at all about it.
There you go.
It was great talking to, medical people that do surgeries every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So no worries.
A lot of doctors aren't really educated on it. It's what and what is it? Is it called again? What's the short form? MH3 or matured hops?
Extract.
Yeah, MHE3, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you can tell your doctors. It's MHE3.
MHE3.
Yeah. Which is the short form for the matured hops extract. Which obviously matured hops extract, MHE.
And then the 3 bitter
acids, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and the bitter acids is what you explain it, Michelle. You explain it the best.
Well, I'm gonna get Sandra to do it because I just sent it to her the other day. I'm gonna see if she remembers.
That's not even nice. I have to pull that up.
It's like when the teacher calls on you when you're not paying attention.
I didn't know the bitter acids had a name, so Michelle sent that to me, and I can't tell you what they are right now.
Well, Michelle, you go for it.
You know what? I know it's gamma. I don't remember either. And you know what? This is the great thing about being an ISR in this company. If we don't know the answer for it, we just ask somebody else. And we have doctors on our team. We can contact them anytime and ask them the questions as well. So it's not like you don't have to be afraid to be a representative, because you don't need to know it all.
No, you don't.
And between the three of us, one of us is going to remember something. So.
Yeah. We're funny together.
Well, we have doctors and we have herbalists and we have our green personality people that know all that stuff. And then there's the rest of us.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
We're just losing some weight, staying on that train. I mean, I've never seen my body, my neck look like this. Like, this is crazy, unbelievable, you know. When I look in the mirror and I actually like my reflection again, I never knew I would get there. Like, and it's thanks to you, Michelle, and Sandra, and the Phix, and the community that's been built. And honestly, like, we have coffee chats on Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And you got anything to talk about, or any concerns, or any questions, or any worries, or you just want to shoot the, you just come into the chat. It's not recorded, and we all kind of just share our stories and even talk about our lives, you know? Are you lonely and bored and you don't have any friends? There's a lot of us out there like that. I didn't have many friends. I had one friend, and I tell you, she just kind of irritated me, and I would just kind of was like, you know what? I don't want any more friends. I'm just done with friends. And then, I reached out to Michelle, and now I have so many friends, I can't keep track of them. But I feel like they're real.
Testimonial groups on Facebook. If anybody's interested to be added to those, just reach out to one of us and we can tell you which ones to join. So, reach out with any questions. Yeah,
because testimonials, they're all real. They're all real people. A lot of them are people on our team that I saw in Vegas. Yeah, because I saw a few people that I saw their testimonials, and I saw them there hosting the show, and I'm like, everybody is in on it. Everybody's on the boat together. We're all like one great big family changing the world, or at least trying to. I feel like we're not in this to sell anything to anyone, because it sells itself, just by looking at us and seeing the progress. Like, I've never been a part of something like this that has just changed my life in such positive ways. I wake up in the morning and I'm excited about life again, just having you guys in my life. I know it just sounds cheesy, but it's like you guys give me a reason to want to spread the word to like everybody. Like, I want to go buy myself a big van with a big blowhorn, and I just want to drive around town and announce the Phix, like the ice cream truck.
And not watch crime shows all day.
Yeah, I know.
But it does make you want to hop out of bed and see who do we get to help next? Who do we get to help next? I absolutely love that. Mm-hmm. And every day that I look at our team and we have grown again, like every single day, the growth is happening. So it just excites me so much about the ripple that we really are making and the impact we get to do in this world. So
I love it.
We can make people their very best, it's just good stuff.
Yeah. And I'm getting a lot of people like our age signing themselves up, and then their parents. Because it's like mother-daughter. I'm getting so many mother-daughters that are signing up. And just people really not even wanting it for themselves, but wanting it for their parents. They should want it for themselves. I mean, it just does so many positive things to your body. I have nothing negative to say about Phix. Nothing. I really can't think of one thing that I could say that's negative about it.
Well, I've had to go and buy new clothes.
Oh yeah, I feel bad for you, Michelle.
Spend money on clothes.
Yeah, there are some side effects, Jamie.
Yeah.
You need a new wardrobe.
Hey, that's what Value Village is for too, man.
You're gonna have to get new bras. It's
that's the one thing. Yeah, the bras. I mean.
And a new belt. New belts, too, are going to need to be a thing. So
yeah, your clothes might start to fall off. No more muumuus. No, you can just get rid of those.
So wherever they're watching this, they just put in the comments, and we will be sure to hook you back up to whoever invited you to see this and help people get going.
Yes, absolutely. Because man, when that juice comes out, I feel like it's gonna change so many lives. Like the Phix and the Fit together, those two things I feel like are just magical for me. Yeah. And I have
Fit into our jeans.
yeah, that's the thing, you know. You go to the freaking store, man, and you're walking around. Like when I was so big, I'd walk around and go, "Nope, I don't fit in that. Whose Barbie size is that?" Like I'd be just like, "Oh, these skinny people," you know. And then you see them working out. You're like, "Why are you working out? You're already skinny." You know, that was my attitude for the longest time. And yeah, then I started to teach fitness, and then all of a sudden, COVID happened, and well, you know. And then I lost my mother-in-law, and then I got a flood in my basement, and now, you know, blah, blah, blah. Everything just kind of went downhill, so Jamie stopped working out and gained a lot of weight. So the Phix just really fixed me and putting me kind of right back to where I wanted to be when I was, you know, working out and doing everything. But I'm this size where I'm not having to do the working out stuff. I don't do it, and I'm still losing it. So you don't need to work out. If you work out, it'll obviously help you accelerate the process more. You'll lose more. But if you don't have time, especially I think, you know, people who are disabled, wheelchair bound, bed bound, can't lose weight, all of a sudden, they're suffering from the, you know, blood sugar irregularities because they can't get up out of their bed or out of their chair. Well, this can help. And stroke victims.
That was my husband. That is my husband. He has a walking disability. So he walks with a cane, doesn't exercise, sits behind a desk all day for work. And his last doctor's appointment, he was actually, it was like he was about 3 months into Phix. He went to the doctor's, had blood work, and the doctor called him and said, "Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, because your cholesterol is now normal and your blood sugar is now normal." So he's no longer type 2 diabetic or cholesterol meds after 3 months.
And that was only one Phix a day, right, Michelle?
Yeah, that was one. Yeah, we didn't start 2 Phix a day until like Christmas when we were eating all the things. But even then, like I didn't gain a pound over Christmas. And that was like 2 Phix a day and eating all the things for Christmas and drinking all the drinks. And we went on that all-inclusive cruise in November. We were gone for 3 weeks, not 3 weeks on the cruise, but 3 weeks holiday, drinking all the drinks and eating all the things. And I came back 3 pounds heavier, but started back to eating healthy on the Monday. And by Thursday I was down my 3 pounds. And before, if I would have done that, I would have been up like 20 pounds, like for sure. I would have lost everything that my whole 7 pounds that I worked so hard to lose. I would have been like gained that all back plus some. So
yeah,
it's really, for me, is a miracle for me. And I know everybody's different, but I'm going to call it my miracle because it's changed my whole world.
Same here. I call it God's nectar.
I'm
not going to get emotional on this live, so I'm not going to cry.
Yeah.
I absolutely love seeing your sparkle back, because Michelle had lost her sparkle, and it was very, very worrisome actually, until we got Phix into our lives introduced, and Michelle's new sparkle is so good. It's seriously why we're here, why we do this. Like, it's not just about
Michelle added the sparkle back in my life too, because when I reached out to her, I told her, I'm like, we're going to be buddies for like the rest of your freaking life. Okay. Because I don't see us not stop talking at any point with each other. Like, we're going to talk every day now for life, and you're stuck with me. And she's like, I don't care. Sure. So I'm like, good. Because, yeah, I want to cry. Like, this has changed my life. You've changed my life. And I'm so glad I reached out to you. And I met Sandra through you. Would have never met Sandra if I hadn't reached out to you.
Yeah.
And it was so great meeting Sandra in Vegas and getting to give her a big hug and actually meeting her. And everybody's so amazing, man. Like, you want to have like the warmth and the kindness of a family. Like, there is no one on this team where, even when we go in like the big meetings where there's hundreds of us on there, everyone's so kind and caring and sharing. There's no like anger, hostility, there's no competition, and a lot of people are doing a lot better than other people, but everybody is helping each other grow, no matter where you are on the scale. So some people are making it really big, they're crown diamond, and they keep making it up there. And, one day you can make it up there too, but it's not going to happen, at the snap of a finger. So you learn patience too.
And that's the best part that you just brought up, Jamie. It's, you can pass anyone here.
It's
right.
true.
Like you ladies are both past me when we're talking ranks. Like there is no ceiling. There's no limit. You just get to do and just shine your very best shiny self.
And everybody's here rooting for you. And
Absolutely.
It's such a great kind of family. And somebody's asking, they're asking, can you confirm why they recommend this product for 3 months? Does anybody want to touch that one? I've been talking a lot.
Well, it's just, as we've known after 9 months being here, it just keeps getting better. I don't think, like Michelle has a great story with 3 days she noticed. It depends where our bodies are on what we're going to notice. And so we didn't get this way in 30 days. It's going to take more than 30 days to get things sorted out. And really, we need this little nature's nectar to have some time to go in and fix what needs fixing. So 3 months is a more reasonable time frame for you to actually notice something. And so you should do an intake form and write down all the things, because if your hip is hurting you or you have a sore neck when you drive, well, taking this for a month, all of a sudden you're not going to have a sore neck, but you're not going to remember that you had a sore neck, right? Because our brains are like, we get amnesia about pain. As soon as it's gone, we don't remember we had it. So 3 months is a nice time frame for all those little aches and pains to work themselves out, to get your gut health, getting going in the right direction. It's just fair on the product. I have people that say they just want to try it for a month, and I don't think it's for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's not a fair judgment call. Mm-hmm. It's not fair to that person. It's not fair to the products. It's just, don't spend the money if you only want to do it for a month, because that's not what this is for.
Mm-hmm. And you're going to lose all the progress that you've gained over those 30 days, and you won't notice any further progress because you're going to start to decline again, right? Yeah. Because a lot of people who run out of their fix, they get a little nutty buddy. They're like, oh my gosh, my mind is not as clear as it was. I'm not sleeping the same. Inflammation is coming back. So yeah, you start taking it. It's not like you take it every day and then it's going to fix you for life and you don't have to take it anymore. It's not a miracle, people. It's
like taking vitamins.
Exactly.
People take vitamins every day. They take vitamin D, vitamin C to make you healthier and feel better, and Phix is no different. And it's something, honest to goodness, I don't want to ever have to be without it. I will never run out. I'm one of those people. I'm like, I stock up.
Yeah, I was getting close. I was getting close to running out and made my purchase. Yeah.
Yeah, they ran out for a week and they noticed a big difference. They couldn't wait to get it back.
Yeah.
And even emotionally, one of the ladies and her husband, they ran out for a week, both of them. And they were the emotional roller coaster that went on. They were not as positive. They noticed their attitude had changed just from not having it in them. And so sometimes it is good to stop for a week so that you know how far you've come. So that's kind of encouraging too. So I definitely say 3 months, just in all fairness for everyone.
Yeah. And remember when we were in Vegas and Terry was asking the audience, how many people saw changes right away in the first few days? And only a few lifted their hands. How many people saw change after a month? A few more lifted their hands. About after 2 months, a few more. Then 3 months, It was like a good half of the audience raised their
Yeah.
hands, but they saw a change. But it took the 3 months. Some people it took even slightly more than 3 months. But like you said, Sandra, oh, was your neck hurting while you were driving and you didn't notice that it got better? Or you had that hip pain and well, now you can speed walk and you're just, enjoying the fact that you can speed walk, but you didn't realize you couldn't before, Like, I think that
And-
there's, pardon?
You can't see what it's doing to your cholesterol unless you get blood work done. You can't see what it's doing to your blood sugar levels, what it's doing to your veins. Like it's, like the inflammation out of your veins, your blood's flowing better. Like you can't see all that. So I always tell people it's doing things behind the scenes that we can't see.
Which is
And like for
beneficial.
me, I have bursitis in my hips. And it took me 5 months of Phix for my hips to stop aching at night. They don't ache anymore, but 5 months. And I was like, okay, why is it everybody else saying their inflammation is better? And I'm not going to complain that my fat loss is so great, but why is my inflammation not gone? And 5 months later. So yeah, it does. It's like, I say it's like an Advil or an aspirin. It goes to where it needs to go first, does the thing, and then goes somewhere else. That's how I think it works, but I might be wrong.
That's how it feels like it's working,
Yeah.
right? And I can feel like the fit, like the juice, like seriously, because I don't always eat. So I can almost feel like there's something going on in there. I don't know. It could be, like all in my head, but I'm feeling like there's something going on, but the tummy's not going down, but like everywhere else is like my legs, like I have a mirror when I come down the stairs so I can slowly see myself come into the mirror. You know what I mean? So it starts gradual with the lower legs and then I finally get to the whole body and I'm like, wow, I can really see a difference because I see myself slowly in the mirror and I can see my legs just slowly coming up. I'm like, whoa, those are getting skinnier. I love that. But some people are like, oh, I'm losing all of my waist, not in my legs. So I feel it's just, I'm shrinking this way, not like this way, but this way. So I feel like I'm just tinier and I can like fit between like spaces that I used to think I could fit through and get stuck. When you're pregnant and you think you're skinny to get stuck between a crack. Well, I still kind of do that with my fat. So I don't have that problem anymore. I don't get stuck between like spaces. I'm like, wow, I can fit that space now. That's great. So it just I feel it gives you more self-confidence. Just makes you feel better. Makes you smile knowing like, oh my God, like I'm feeling great. I'm feeling so much better,
So good.
It is. I don't know if you have any more questions, but you guys want to add anything else?
I think that's it. What is this? Oh, we got one over here. Are you watching the Facebook ones?
No, I'm watching the YouTube ones. So if you got Facebook questions, bring them out so we don't miss anybody's questions.
Jan is saying, hi, Jamie, signed up as an ISR. I'm taking 2 doses a day. This is my 6th day. My sleep is incredible. This morning I weighed and I have lost 1 pound. Yay, Jana.
That is incredible. Well, thank you for sharing that. Fantastic. And I mean, you got to think about like 1 pound. Like when I did Weight Watchers, they would actually, you would weigh yourself and then whatever you lost, they had this little like weight and they had all different kinds of little weights and they would put it in your hand and go, this is how much you lost this week so that you could see how much you lost. And like when Michelle said, she lost 40 pounds. Grab 4 10-pound bags of potatoes at the store and walk around with those. And remember, that's what you were carrying with you. And it's like, oh my goodness. If you were to do that, you'd probably fall over, with all these potatoes, And I feel like we're all carrying 10-pound bags of potatoes we need to get rid of.
Good stuff.
Yep. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We'll definitely do this again. Maybe in like a month or so when we've gotten into the juice.
You can report in.
Exactly. We can give you guys like an update on how we're doing because
Can't wait to see what this does.
yeah, that's my big thing, man. I'm 8 days in, so I have 22 more days to go because I was one of the lucky ones who got 30 days worth. So who knows what this is gonna look like in a month from now, right? I'm just like, woo, maybe I'll have my polka dot bikini on. That's what I told the ladies. I'm like, when we're all done with this, we're gonna have to get our bikinis on. I haven't put a bikini on, I think, since I was 13.
That'll be a sight.
It's only been 35 years since I put a bikini on. Oh, Lord. Well, guys, this was a blast. I had so much fun. I love having you guys on. You guys are fantastic. And thank you so much. I appreciate you guys.
Okay, we appreciate you, Jamie.
We do.
Here's our pace car. Let's go.
Yep.
I know. Time to chase.
Yeah, time to chase, guys. And message us if you're interested. Any questions? We are here to help. And if I don't know the answer, I will find it. Because
That's
you
the
know
best
what?
part. We'll find the answer.
Because I want to learn too. You learn. And when you go find the question, you learn something new too. So that's the great thing about it. So bye, ladies. See you guys again
Thanks
soon.
you.
Bye. It's not touch screen, dude. Okay, nobody can hear me now. Whew, thank God.